Look what the Lynches gave us. A needlepoint of Chuck Norris from Walker, Texas Ranger.
You know, they say Chuck Norris is so tough, there's no chin under his beard. There is only another fist.
That's ridiculous. Chuck Norris?
Good morning, Owasso. This is the Twins with Owasso Live, and this is the Morning Loop. And it is a sad day. Like, that was funny, but it is a sad day. Chuck, we have lost the man, the myth, the legend, Chuck Norris. The man who is a walking meme at this point. I mean, think of all the Chuck Norris jokes that you know and have heard of and seen. Some of the greatest jokes of all time. I mean, but those are the ones that you tell your friends at school all the time. There's always a good Chuck Norris joke that you could get out from there. I mean, Corey, what are some of the ones that you're pulling up right now? There's something I can see some of them.
Yeah,
from the
give me
screen
just a
over
second here.
Go
I
ahead
was
and
pulling back
transition
up
to
the live stuff. But yeah, here we go. So, let's see here. Gosh, it's not a good way to read them.
You can click on them. They'll show them full screen.
There we
for a
go.
minute. There you go.
So, so you got this one right here. This is one that you thought was hilarious.
Yeah.
That Chuck Norris can never fill out an online form because he will never submit.
I love that.
I mean, that's
good.
great. I mean, this is
Yep.
classic Chuck right here, man. This is classic Chuck. I mean, you gotta love it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's so many good ones. I mean, you can go through a whole bunch of them.
Go sit around campfires and tell Chuck Norris stories.
Oh, man.
Chuck Norris died 20 years ago. Just hasn't
They
built up the courage to tell him. Oh, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it.
Chuck Norris jokes are the best, dude. They're so funny.
If you have $5 and Chuck Norris has $5, Chuck Norris now has $10. Oh gosh, Chuck is the best, dude.
I love it, dude. I love it.
Best Chuck Norris me. Oh, nah, it's just so. This is just
When I slice onions, they cry.
Chuck Norris once made a Happy Meal cry.
Dude, the best, man. They just keep getting better.
Chuck Norris doesn't turn on the shower. He stares at it until it starts to cry. Dude, we could just do this all day, man. I love Chuck Norris memes, man. They're the best. They're the best, dude.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Anyway, we're going to move on to some other stuff here real quick. Let's see what... now we'll end it with that. We'll get a little closer to the end with this stuff. Let's pull up this... actually, first things first. Let's start with...
service, yeah.
Yeah, so Chuck Norris, believe it or not, Chuck Norris was an Air Force veteran. He was not, the movies would have you believe he was Special Forces or something like that, but he was...
I remember, as a kid, I remember that too. A lot of people swore up and down he was like a ex-Navy SEAL or Special Forces or something like that, whereas he was just a Air Force security officer, which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, but I remember people telling me that. Like, I'm pretty sure Chuck Norris was Special Forces operator, and all that. And
what a shame too that he has the beard. Look how good looking Chuck is without a beard back in the day. Look at young Chuck there in that picture. That's a good looking young guy.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he still looks great with the beard and stuff too. I mean, it's iconic, the beard. But I mean, like young Chuck Norris. I mean, he's definitely a lady killer back in the day for sure, dude.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But yeah, just for those who don't know, Chad wanted to pull his R specifically up because Chuck Norris. Carlos is Chuck Norris's first name. What the heck?
Mm-hmm.
But no, he was born March 10th, 1940 in Ryan, Oklahoma. So he is an Okie. Yeah. Whether or not he might have made his residence in Texas, he was born in Okie, man. So pretty cool.
It says he passed away in Kauai, so...
Yes, he was in Kauai on the Hawaiian Islands whenever he passed away. That's where the hospital reports came out of for sure. But yeah, I mean, again, the man, the myth, the legend. Again, former veteran, and then became a TV celebrity, martial artist / special forces guy.
Remember, he
so
held
cool.
he was the karate champion for I think 4 or 5 years. Like he was the world karate champion. That's why. That was the thing, was like all these guys like back in like the heydays of like martial arts movies when they started getting popular in like the 60s and 70s, they did just go get like martial arts champions. I mean, that was like one of the sad things I was reading about some of the Mortal Kombat, some of the people behind the Mortal Kombat movies.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy that played Sub-Zero in the sequel one was like one of the world's best martial artists at that time. And he was trying to make his way into film, and like all of his movies just kept, like tanking, and he could never like get his feet off. And you're just like, man, but that's pretty much like that was what everybody did in like the 80s, like the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
It was like you became a martial artist, and then you tried to become a movie star, and it was kind of the same thing. Now it kind of transitioned to WWE stars started doing that in the 90s and the 2000s.
Yeah. So it's interesting, like back in the day, like you weren't just an actor; you had something else. Like think about a big famous guys. like most of the famous movie stars of World War II were veterans.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the 80s. like Arnold Schwarzenegger got famous because he was a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
It's same. Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan. They all had something else. And now you get these Timothy Chalamets who go, I'm famous because I'm the best actor ever. And you're just like, dude, you are a boring kid.
Yes,
dude.
like even
boring.
going back and looking back on it, Steve McQueen was a race car driver. Burt
that's
Reynolds.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Steve McQueen was a race car driver. Burt Reynolds was a football player. You go down the list, like pretty much like all the best Hollywood actors that are the most famous were something else before they were an actor.
Yeah,
but now we've entered the generation that you're talking about. That's like, I'm a famous actor.
I'm a thespian. I'm a thespian. It's like I portray characters. It's like, dude, yeah. Again, these other greater men who had other things in their lives that got them to that point. And again, you just have now it's just a bunch of theater kids who are like going, I take this very seriously. And good, look, there's some great actors out there that do stuff. But like when Timothy Chalamet is like the poster boy for American acting, you're like, ugh. It's like a twink is like the world's most famous actor right now, dude. Sad.
Well, I think that is kind of the problem with like what we talk about, like Hollywood trying to feminize America and Western society is what they want their ideal man to be. A very what would you say? Like not aggressive. What's the word I'm looking for? Like a non-threatening, very non-threatening guy. Because look, he's skinny. Like action heroes back in the day, it's like everybody jokes about. Just go to the other one or refresh it.
I
but
am.
just think of all the ones like back in the day. The action star were these, like you said, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Macho Man types, and then it turned into the more kind of James Bond, like
suave,
cool guy, but they were still in shape. They were still really in shape, and now it's turned into like the Jared Leto of I'm going to be so skinny and so small. Just like what happened to guys who actually looked athletic and like in shape now?
Yes, again, men who used to look intimidating. It's like we've all kind of turned into like the Chinese star where it's like, oh, Bruce Lee can take on a 500-pound, like American boxer. It's like, I don't know about that.
I forget his name, but what was that guy? I forget, like Dad takes on the world or whatever it is. The one that our buddy told us about, and he went to go fight or train with a fat electrician.
I know who you're talking about. I don't know what his name is.
I forget his name too, but we might try to bring him on and talk to him because, like, he's a guy that's like, I saw a thing from a pedophile that said just close out of it and pull it back up in Facebook, and we'll try to get it to load there. So just do exit page. But anyway, but he saw a pedophile talking about I would not go after kids who their dads look like somebody that they were tougher than me or look like they would beat me up.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He goes, oh, well, I need to do something to make myself look more threatening to people like that. So, anyway, but just pull up the.
It's like you closed out of the.
Oh, I didn't close out of it.
You would have had to if it was up whenever I did it earlier.
All right, well, we'll figure it out. So, just go to messages, and it should be in my messages to Owasso Live. So just look for my little face, my pretty little face up there. And we'll read how the liberal media can't help themselves even going after a dead man. They can't even leave Chuck Norris alone. Yes, that should be it right there. They can't leave even the late great Chuck Norris alone. So go ahead and read the title is like that'll sum up everything.
Chuck Norris was a great action star, but politics may overshadow his legacy. So again, I can just start reading. How long is this thing? Ooh,
It's
wow.
not too long, but if you get bored, just because we'll catch the gist of
But I mean, the headline right there, like, how disgusting is that? I mean, in fact, you know what? We don't even have to read it. I'm gonna go to my little thing here. Hold on 1 second. This is what they're talking about whenever they wrote this article right here. Oh,
Variety is a piece of crap website, man.
yeah. All right.
Why are you a conservative, sir?
Well, I used to be a Democrat, but unfortunately the Democrats went too far to the left, and the Republicans moved into their position that the Democrats were 40 years ago. See, and so what the Democrats believed 40 years ago, the Republicans believe today. And so I realized that I had to go to a Republican because the Democrats just got too far off the trail. They just got completely off the trail and lost all reality of what America stood for. And so I realized that Republicans at this point in time are more focused on what is best for America than what the Democrats are.
Which that article sums up pretty much that right there. Is like, how dare Chuck Norris come out and defend Republicans? How dare he?
How dare him? How dare he have an opinion contrary to what somebody on the left would have? And again, it's just because he's not in that bubble. You know, I mean,
but this is the other part too. Is like, this is what liberals hate, because liberals have a monopoly over Hollywood. Liberals want yes men in Hollywood. I forget what that thing was that you sent about Pedro Pascal being like a yes man, or was that you that sent that?
yes,
Did I
yeah,
just see
I
that?
did.
Like,
Yeah, no, yeah.
like, that's what Hollywood want. They want a yes man that's just going to shut up, say what they want to say, and move on with their day. But that's literally what they want news anchors to be, is don't investigate yourself. Just read what we put on the teleprompter for you. That's the exact same thing an actor does. It goes, here's a script, read the script and take the directions that I give you. That's what actors do.
Dance for me, trained monkey. Do what we tell you to do.
100%.
Don't think critically, just do what we tell you to do. But again, this is what they do. I would love to read this article in full, but I mean, Tim Pool already did a breakdown of this, so if you want to watch somebody break down, but it's not just about his politics. They're trying to destroy legacy. They're trying to destroy the
macho man attitude.
the macho man persona. Like, again, the Schwarzeneggers, the Stallones, the Chuck Norrises. It's like, that's not an archetype that works in modern day America now. It's like, because they want androgynous soy boy men, like they want twinks, like what's his name, Timothy Chalamet, because they're not threatening. I mean, this is why you see androgynous looking Japanese men. You know, it's like what matters. Girls want an androgynous, effeminate looking femboy. You know, that is sensitive to a woman's feelings and can understand her nature. It's like when, again, back in the day, it's like women wanted rugged, tough looking dudes like Chuck Norris.
Yeah,
I mean, like, this was the epitome of. This is peak male athleticism right here, man.
We say that, but like, even like looking at that, like back in the day, like look at the 80s and like 70s, like what was all the movies? It was all like cowboy western type movies about a macho man that lived out in the woods like by himself. And then and everyone's like, women are like, oh, we got sick of those movies. Like, yeah, you can get burnout on that particular type of movie, but what was the most popular thing that Disney Plus put out? Mandalorian.
Yeah.
What was the Mandalorian about that someone summed it up? A Mandalorian is a single dad trying to make his way through the universe.
Yeah.
It said a badass single dad making his way through the universe.
Yeah. It's like they wanted to see a masculine figure who was willing to take care of a young child. It's like, I like this.
And imagine that. They said Pedro Pascal doing his best work when he leaves his helmet on.
Exactly. Yeah. Again, but that's the whole point. Like, I mean, like, we don't have actors anymore. We have placeholders for certain characters or archetypes.
Correct.
Like, I mean, again, Iron Man, Captain America, these are the characters, and Chris Evans is just a temporary torch holder for that particular character.
Correct.
So anyway, but yeah, this is also what we're talking about here. I mean, this kind of sums up why Chuck Norris would switch to the Democratic Party, but this is one of his movies from back in the day. So let's check this scene out really quick and see how profound it is and how much it... I mean, again, it's amazing how some of these movies that they made back in the day can just fit into what we're talking about today.
This is me driving through the local diverse Democrat neighborhood.
Welcome to New York City.
You know what? Even sadder than this doesn't actually look too bad compared to what like LA is now. You know why? Because how many times have you seen them like the people are passed out on the side of the street?
Yeah.
Like that's even like churched up enough. At least nobody's like passed out and being like doing drugs, actively taking a crap in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
trying to, someone trying to assault somebody in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, good Lord.
So we're kind of running short on this, so we're already at
Switch.
15, so I'm going to jump over to
this
this
right
video.
here.
We're going to watch Chuck Norris with the troops, and then we're going to wrap up and close out of here. But, yeah, no, I mean, again, just a great man. What a wonderful legacy he left behind. I mean, Walker, Texas Ranger, I mean, Walker, Texas Ranger had like a Christian message at the end of every single episode. We don't see that anymore, man, unless it's like Angel Studios or some, like Christian organization putting out a movie. Like, I mean, like Chuck Norris was 90s television.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like the Adventures of Hercules and all that stuff. Like, that was 90s television, and now this is, what are we now? I mean, Timothy Chalamet is modern television. Jersey Shore and all that crap, the trash TV, you know?
This is the television back in the day, like, it was about a good person, usually a good man, but usually, it could be a strong female too, like, because there was Xena, there was Buffy, but it was a strong character trying to do the right thing in the world.
Yes.
Nowadays, everything in Hollywood or being produced now is like morally ambiguous characters trying to do what's best for themselves.
It's the same reason Star Wars took off, because, I mean, you had in the time of Serpico and corrupt cops and government corruption and, end of the world disaster movies like, the 5 Mile Isle movie and all that crap. Like, Star Wars came out and it was optimistic and hopeful and joyous, and it had all the archetypes of, basically the Christian ethos and the Christian narrative, and that's why it hit and resonated with so many people. People, there'll be some people, no, it has nothing to do. It's like, again, it's like the Sam Harris argument. It's like, Luke Skywalker could be your Jesus figure. It's like, no, you can't, because Luke Skywalker was created in a Christian ethic. He's based in a Christian morality.
I saw this on an argument between Tim Pool was hosting a debate between that girl that we were just talking about. I forget her name, and then I think the guy
Andrew Wilson.
No, not Andrew Wilson. The other one, one of the guys that does the religious debaters, the kind of the dorky looking one. I forget his name.
Oh, okay.
But I have to, golly, I feel bad for forgetting his name because I really like his content. But he started debating just like, you're arguing like, trying to get rid of like Jesus, and like he was arguing with her, like, you can't get rid of history because history's already happened. Like, so you can't put everything like it's in a vacuum.
It's the history is, again, it's the liberal argument. History starts today.
Yes, but like I said, that's what I'm saying. But you can't get rid of history. Like I said, the stuff that led up with, like, like in this case, we'll use like Jesus, like everything's in a Christian context. Like, you can't get rid of it and say, oh, if we just got rid of Jesus, we're good. It's like, no, you can't get rid of Jesus. You can't get rid of the history that happened up before this gets to this. There's a reason why people have formulated their
rid of
opinions.
Alexander the Great from history, and everything just fits
Switch
better,
again.
So it's just dumb. But anyway, let's check out Chuck Norris with the troops real quick, and then we will wrap up the show.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I actually, a few weeks ago, I had the honor of being awarded an honorary Marine by General Conway. Now I can say hoorah!
Real quick.
And
I'd like to point out that he's there as an honorary Marine, but that is an Army photographer right there. I recognize that digital camo right there.
As I say, simplify at the end. So, but it's really great. I've done a lot of military movies, and I've always tried to depict the military in a positive way. And I just come over here just to get a chance to say how much we appreciate what you guys are doing over here. We love you in America, and no matter what the media says, everyone is behind you over there. And this will give me an opportunity to go back and say how high the morale is over here, how great a job you guys are doing, and it's just really a pleasure. I was over here last year, had a chance to go around to 11 different bases. Yeah, I got a chance to shake hands and take pictures with over 18,000 of you, and I'm hoping to be able to surpass that this year. So, again, it's really an honor to be here, and I don't know if you have any questions, but I'll be glad to answer anything if you have one. Yes, sir.
Imagine this. I couldn't even see any modern-day celebrities doing this today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who was it? It was Babbitt sent us that thing the other day. Dude, 2000s war propaganda went hard, and I had 50 Cent with a cute girl, and he was holding an M240, and like was like, yeah, like I mean, like I was like, yeah, dude, like modern stuff. It's literally just the e-girl influencers that don't go over there and do the dangerous stuff. It's like literally psyop stuff for the army.
Might send that to the thing real quick.
Yeah.
Tyler. Keep going to that, and I'll try sending that to the group real quick.
You're an honorary Marine, Mr. Norris. You enlisted or officer?
I'm enlisted, believe me. I could never make an officer. I did it in the Air Force, and I can't do it in the Marines, but I'm a grunt. But what was the other question? Yes, sir.
Is it true there's a fist behind your beard?
Well, you know, when I was coming over here, I was going to shave my beard with a rock to find out if there was, but the rock begged for mercy, so I had I'll tell you, it's amazing about these Chuck Norris facts. You know, they've been going on now like 2.5 years. About 2.5 years ago, it was a kid from Brown University, a freshman, that started this Chuck Norris fact thing, and he started sending me some of these Chuck Norris facts on my email. And I'm looking at them and I say, you know, these are pretty funny stuff. You know? And then my wife is looking at them. I say, yeah, this will last a couple of weeks, you know. And all of a sudden it just caught on, mainly with the college crowd, you know, in the States. And then it filtered down to the high school, then the middle school, then it wound up going over all over the world. And then, of course, the military picked it up. But it's been incredible. I mean, some of them are really funny. Some are a little out there, but you know, it's been great. It's given me an opportunity. This is actually how I got over here, last year, because about 4 years ago, I think it was, I was trying to get over here. I didn't want to come with the Owasso. I didn't want to do a hand-waving tour. I said, if I'm going to go over, I want to mingle and shake hands and, you know, get a chance to talk to them. So anyway, about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever it was,
I just want to talk about that for a second. It's like, this is why culture and like the meme wars are so important. I mean, it's the memes that got Chuck Norris over there to do that. I mean, how cool is that? Like literally just a cultural phenomenon with memes catching fire, you know?
Well, it's the same thing what we talked about with the video that we did not too long ago about Nickelback. Is like, what kept Nickelback relevance? All the
hate.
All the Nickelback hate memes that came out.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of cool how, again, memes are culture, and this is why, I mean, Trump won the great meme wars of 2016. That's why he became the president.
Yeah.
It's pretty freaking cool.
Correct.
I mean, again, culture matters, people.
Yeah. I mean,
that's why we're doing this show. Culture matters.
Correct. I mean, Chuck Norris would not be as relevant today if those Chuck Norris memes had not taken off.
He would just be some random obligatory
Action
80s action star, and that's it. And they'd be like, he'd be a deadbeat, you know, living in Texas off of resting on his laurels. You know, it's like, well, no, the memes kept him alive.
Mm-hmm.
I talked to former President Bush, who's a friend of mine. I said, is there any way that you can help figure out a way to get me over to Iraq? So anyway, he did, and I was going to come over with General Owasso. And then about 5 days before I was supposed to come over, I get a call from the Pentagon. He says, something's going on over there. Well, you're not going to be able to go. We're going to have to cancel your trip. I go, son of a gun. Anyway, that's when they got Saddam Hussein. So anyway, then I got a call from General Neller. And so he said, you know, we've been trying to see if we can get you over here. I said, I'm ready. You know, all you got to do is get me over there. And so I came over last year, and I had spent a week over here getting a chance to meet the ones that were here at that time. And now I'm here again, getting a chance to meet all of you. So.
Hey, Chuck, your bird is about 2 minutes out, but I want to thank on behalf of all the Marines, soldiers, and sailors at Task Force 17. We want to say thank you. On behalf of all of them, I'd like to present you 2 coins. One is the unit coin. From everybody here today, we really appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah,
it means a hell of a
I'll pause it there because that's just showmanship stuff. That's just playing the game, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's just so cool that Chuck Norris would do stuff like that. I mean, the guy was a genuine G. He was a good dude, a follower of Christ. Again, that's Walker, Texas Ranger. Every show ended up with like a Bible verse, you know. I mean, that's what used to be on television. You know, it's kind of like the old X-Men cartoons from the 90s. Like, you know, Nightcrawler being a devout Catholic and converting Wolverine to Catholicism.
Yeah,
How cool is that?
It is cool. And 2, it's like, look, why do you think that the old time like TV shows are like, what's the like Gunsmoke and all? What's this channel that's like the old school like shows? You know what I'm talking about?
What it's called. I know the channel.
Yeah, I know the channel too. But like, that's the same thing. Like, I guarantee you there's a Walker, Texas Rangers probably on that channel. You know what I mean? Because those are good, wholesome shows.
Yeah, and again, and everyone talks about how it's like these things are being pushed out, but Chuck Norris did this, not right before his death. It's not like he told her convert to Christianity. He did every day in his life. Like, I mean, that's what he did. Like, Chuck Norris was a devout Christian his entire life, and again, it wasn't just right before his death. He lived that lifestyle.
Yeah.
He told everyone at the end of every episode of Walker, Texas Ranger, hey, you matter, your soul matters, be a follower of Jesus Christ. Like, I mean, like, how many people, I mean, I remember watching Walker, Texas Ranger at Grandma and Grandpa's house, watching the TV in the afternoon. Like, that was what we did.
Yep.
And again, real men do live for Jesus, real men do live for Christ.
Yep.
So again, that's Chuck Norris, man. That's what he did. Again, he was culture. He was awesome. Like, he was a great man. Yeah. And again, he is a cultural icon because of how he lived his life, but also because, some guy in an apartment made a meme about it, and then it just took off and it never died. And that's what's freaking awesome, Yeah. Chuck Norris, I mean, the culture war taking off for Christ,
Yeah.
Chuck Norris. So, I mean, that's so freaking cool, man. So freaking cool, guys. That miracles happen every day, and, Chuck Norris is one of those things that he got to be a positive impact in the culture wars. And, so I think that's about it, man.
We just had to talk about the old Chuck because, like, I mean, he's influenced the world in ways that, most people never will. I mean, and in a positive way. I mean, like, I can't think of anybody else that's just, like, known as Mr. Macho Man. I mean, that's what all the memes about Chuck Norris is Mr. Macho Man himself, which is why these liberal media hacks have to constantly attack him, is because he is like the personification of masculinity. Mm-hmm. And that's why that these liberal pundits have to constantly attack him, because he is the man, the myth, the legend, the Chuck.
The Chuck.
Mm-hmm. But that's pretty much all we've got for today. We just wanted to, give our salute to Chuck Norris because, he is a cultural icon here in America.
Yep. And no matter what anybody says about him, I mean, he is the legend. He is Chuck Norris.
Yeah, he is. Absolutely. But
he died 20 years ago, but death was too afraid to tell him, man.
Exactly. But that's pretty much all we've got for you today. We're going to end it out with our favorite clip of his from Dodgeball. And that's pretty much all we've got. So be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comment down below and let us know what you think. What's your favorite Chuck Norris meme? What was your favorite Chuck Norris movie? Let us know in the comments below. And we will see you all on the next one.
God bless you, everyone.
See you later, everybody.
2 yes votes to play. There's one thumbs up. Good news for Joe's.
Oh, please.
Let's see how our second judge votes.
Thank you for the
Oh, tough sledding there. It's all even. Their fate hangs on the thumb of our final judge. Thumbs up. Average Joes can play.
There's pure poppycock. You can let them do that?
Thank you, Chuck Norris.
Thank you, Peter.